Nehemiah 7. When the wall had been rebuilt, and I had the doors installed, the gatekeepers, singers, and Levites were appointed. Then I put my brother Hanani in charge of Jerusalem, along with Hananiah, commander of the fortress, because he was a faithful man who feared God more than most. I said to them, "Do not open the gates of Jerusalem until the sun is hot, and let the doors be shut and securely fastened while the guards are on duty. Station the citizens of Jerusalem as guards, some at their posts and some at their homes." The city was large and spacious, but there were few people in it, and no houses had been built yet. Then my God put it into my mind as to assemble the nobles, the officials, and the people to be registered by genealogy. I found the genealogical record of those who came back first, and I found the following written in it. These are the people of the province who went up among the captive exiles, deported by King Nebuchadnezzar of Babylon. Each of them returned to Jerusalem and Judah to his own town. They came with Zerubbabel, Jeshua, Nehemiah, Azariah, Ramiah, Nehemiah, Mordecai, Bilshan, Mispereth, Bigvai, Nahum, and Baanah. The number of the Israelite men included Parash's descendants, Shephatiah's descendants, Erah's descendants, Pahath Moab's descendants, Jeshua's and Joab's descendants, Elam's descendants, Zatu's descendants, Zekai's descendants, Benui's descendants, Babai's descendants, Azgad's descendants, Adonikam's descendants, Bigvai's descendants, Adin's descendants, Ader's descendants of Hezekiah, 98, Hashem's descendants, 328, Bezai's descendants, 324, Harif's descendants, 112, Gibeon's descendants, 95, Bethlehem and Nephtophah's men, 188, Anahoth's men, 128, Beth Asmaveth's men, 42, Kiriath Jearim's Shephera's and Beeroth's men, 743, Ramah's and Gibeah's men, 621, Mikmah's men, 122, Bethel's and Ai's men, 123, the other Nebo's men, 52, the other Elam's people, 1,254, Haram's people, 320, Jericho's people, 345, Lod's, Hadid's, and Ono's people, 721, Sina's people, 3,930. The priests included Jediah's descendants of the house of Jeshua, 973, Immer's descendants, 1,052, Pashir's descendants, 1,247, Haram's descendants, 1,017. The Levites included Jeshua's descendants of Kadmiel, Hodavah's descendants. The singers included Asaph's descendants. The gatekeepers included Shalem's descendants, Ader's descendants, Talmon's descendants, Akub's descendants, Hatita's descendants, Shobai's descendants. The temple servants included Zihah's descendants, Hasupha's descendants, Taboeth's descendants, Caro's descendants, Sia's descendants, Padan's descendants, Lebanon's descendants, Hagabah's descendants, Shalmai's descendants, Hanan's descendants, Giddel's descendants, Gehar's descendants, Rehaya's descendants, Rezin's descendants, Nakoda's descendants, Gazam's descendants, Uzzah's descendants, Pazeah's descendants, Besai's descendants, Menuam's descendants, Nephishim's descendants, Bakbuk's descendants, Hakufah's descendants, Harhar's descendants, Basilus's descendants, Mahada's descendants, Harsh's descendants, Barko's descendants, Sisera's descendants, Tima's descendants, Neziah's descendants, Hatipha's descendants. The descendants of Solomon's servants included Satah's descendants, Sophirath's descendants, Perida's descendants, Jala's descendants, Darkon's descendants, Giddel's descendants, Shephatiah's descendants, Hatil's descendants, Pokereth Hazabaim's descendants, Amon's descendants, all the temple servants and the descendants of Solomon's servants. The following are those who came from Tel Melah, Tel Harsha, Cherub, Adon, Immer, but were unable to prove that their ancestral families and their lineage were Israelites. Delaiah's descendants, Tobiah's descendants, and Nakoda's descendants. And from the priests, the descendants of Hobiah, the descendants of Hakos, and the descendants of Barzillai, who had taken a wife from the daughters of Barzillai the Gileadite, and who bore their name. These searched for their entries in the genealogical records, but they could not be found, so they were disqualified from the priesthood. The governor ordered them to not to eat the most holy things until there was a priest who could consult Urim and Thummim. The whole combined assembly numbered 42,360, not including their 7,337 male and female servants, as well as their 245 male and female singers. They had 736 horses, 245 mules, 435 camels, and 6,720 donkeys. Some of the family heads contributed to the project. The governor gave 1,000 gold coins, 50 bowls, and 500 priestly garments to the treasury. Some of the family heads gave 20,000 gold coins and 2,200 silver minas to the treasury for the project. The rest of the people gave 20,000 gold coins, 2,000 silver minas, and 67 priestly garments. The priests, Levites, and gatekeepers, temple singers, some of the people, temple servants, and all Israel settled in their towns.